Esta charla es en inglés. So, my name is Ángel Díaz. Thank you very much for being here in this beautiful city of Bilbao, enjoying a relaxing cup of café con leche in front of the Guggenheim. No, this is not actually my accent. So I can speak, I'm not a native speaker, but I think I'm a fluent speaker. If you think that I'm not speaking properly or whatever, just stop me and I will attend your questions in Spanish, so feel comfortable. I'm doing this in English just because I think that we need to open the community, okay, to other countries. So it's difficult to step up to the plate and be the first doing things, but we Agile people are supposed to be comfortable getting out of our comfort zones, aren't we? Yeah? So this is a little bit weird for me because all of you can perfectly understand Spanish, so I feel a little bit weird, but I'll try my best, okay? So what is this about? A framework for growing Agile professionals and organizations. So one of the first questions that I made myself when I started learning about Agile is, what do I do for a living? So maybe you have the same question. So how many of you consider yourself Agile practitioners? Yeah? Agile developers? Scrum Masters? Agile coaches? So the point is, what makes us different from, I don't know, CMMI practitioners, PMI practitioners? So we don't have I think we don't have a properly defined profession, right? So that's why there are so many questions that come up after this. So what's an Agile coach? What can I offer to my organization as an Agile coach? Or I want to hire an Agile coach. What can an Agile coach offer to my organization, to me, to my team? What else? How can I become an Agile coach? I'm currently an Agile practitioner and I want to become an Agile coach. How can I go there? Is Agile coaching a profession? Okay, sometimes people ask me, so what do you do for a living? Are you a coach? So are you a, I don't know, psychologist or something like that? No, I'm a computer engineer. Well, how come? How come you are an Agile coach? Do you have any coaching training or something like that? No, I don't. So that's weird. It's pretty weird. What about other kind of Agile practitioners? Well, yeah, an Agile developer. Why? What makes you different from a waterfall developer? Yeah? It's because you have a different T-shirt where Agile is written or something like that? No, that doesn't make you a different kind of professional. So I think we have too many unanswered questions about our profession. And that's normal because we are creating this new profession. This is an uprising profession. We're creating a field. And I think we're doing this pretty well. Yeah? Because we have these community things. We can work together. We have a lot of communication and techniques that makes this bigger, and that's awesome. But now we're creating a new profession. And every profession needs to appoint or enumerate the skills needed to accomplish, to be this type of professional that we are claimed to be. Yeah? We are claiming to be a type of professional that we don't know how is that like. Yeah? So I had the opportunity to attend a course with Lisa Atkins. So all credit to Lisa Atkins and Michael Spade. Maybe you know the course. The course is called Coaching Agile Teams. I think it's an awesome training. And they were concerned about this, about how is the Agile coach profession being managed from that perspective, right? So they designed a framework to understand what competences should an Agile coach provide to an organization. Yeah? And I think that this framework can help you do much more things than this. Okay? But we will go in depth later in the presentation. Okay? So basically, this is the framework. Yeah? Where we divide some active competencies and some passive competencies. Some Agile-related competencies and some not Agile-related competencies. And some group-oriented competencies and some one-on-one oriented competencies. Okay? So I'm going through all these competencies to understand a little bit about each. Yeah? Sounds good? So, first of all, of course, if we claim to be Agile coaches, Agile Scrum Masters, Agile whatever, we need to have some, at least basic Agile and Lean knowledge. Yeah? I think we are already there. We already know that, of course. If we don't know anything about Agile, how can we have that surname after our profession? We can't be Agile anything. But we also have to be able to teach other people about Agile. And teaching is not simple. Teaching is it's a very complex profession. Yeah? So if we want to be Agile coaches, we have to become good teachers too, in order to teach people how Agile works. Right? What else? Mentoring. Mentoring is a little bit different from teaching. Okay? We know many techniques about teaching, and they are becoming popular, such as training from the back of the room, the visual management things that we use in courses, the dynamics, all that stuff. We already know something about teaching, and we are including that stuff in the Agile community, in the Agile knowledge. But what about mentoring? So you mentor people when you enrich their practices throughout your experience, right? So you have your own experience, and you give your experience to the other person. Yeah, that's mentoring. Sounds pretty simple, but it isn't, because you have to establish a goal for that person to be on. Yeah, right. So it's not just given; it is giving you the information that you need to make your next step. That's mentoring. What else? Professional coaching. As coaches, we have to be able to help people developing their skills and become better professionals, right? It's not just telling them what do they have to do, but establish the progress, their path of growth to become better professionals. And we have to be able to do that one-on-one. That's professional coaching. And this is a profession. We have some techniques and some specialties, such as powerful questions, coactive coaching. There are so many different kinds of one-on-one professional coaching. What else? Facilitating. Of course, as an Agile coach, as a Scrum Master, we have to be able to facilitate meetings. And what is facilitate like? We are in meetings, not being part of the meeting, just making the meeting happen. So if you are facilitating a meeting and you are being part of the knowledge in that meeting, you're not facilitating that meeting. Yeah? Maybe you are managing that meeting. That's why it's very different from. Yeah? Facilitating is not managing meetings. And we are including those practices in our community. Right? Facilitating things like visual management. Maybe all of you know retrospectives. Maybe most of you have already facilitated their retrospectives. So somehow this is already in our profession. And what else? Some superpowers. I think every Agile professional, most Agile coaches, they have to be able to know and use techniques in order to fulfill all these fields of competencies. And at least it has to be an expert. He has to be an expert on one of this superpower, okay? We have these three: technical, business-oriented, and transformation or organizational superpowers. So coaches that are that have technical superpowers, they have to be able to train people in TDD, BDD, clean code. Yeah. What else? Business. Coaches that are experts or that they have superpowers in business, they have to understand about inceptions, good product ownership, lean startup, all frameworks that are oriented to maximize the value given to the organizations. Yeah? And transformation skills and transformation superpowers. The coach who is able to, who provides an organization with these powers is able to transform the organization to build a path not only for teams, but also for the whole organization, to transform it into an agile organization. Yeah? You know, everything about the techniques that we are later on talking about in our talk with Ariel and oh, sorry, wait, Adrian, sorry, yeah, I didn't know how to say that because in English, Adrian is like the rocky thing, Adrian. So I was doubting, how is that pronounced in English? It's Adrian. It's a little bit gay, though, but whatever. So yeah, Adrian, Ariel, and Angel, this is a little bit gay, I would say. We are giving a presentation about those transformation superpowers, yeah, transformational superpowers. So this is the whole framework, yeah? And the power of it, and I encourage you to do it, is to print one of these sheets and just rate yourself. How? It's not rank. Okay, we know about proportion. Don't we? Yeah? We're the guys telling others how to estimate proportionally, so you can use this in proportions. Yeah? Use that for it. And rate yourself. Yeah? Rate yourself. And rate your colleagues. And maybe this way you can establish the journey to your goal, to becoming a coach, to becoming a better coach, to help other people in your organization to become a coach, to help this Scrum Master they can become a coach, yeah, to build a team in your organization, a team of coaches in your organization to help the whole organization. You can use this also, yeah. You can use this to establish your path of growth, your personal path of growth, and your team's path of growth, yeah. And those are some of the examples that I already given you about this, but I already use this in my organization to understand what kind of coaches do you need. You can also look up in the internet about this framework. You will also find a video of me and other guys that was presenting in the Agile 2013 conference by Lisa Atkins, with some examples of usage of this technique, okay? And I think, as I tell in that video, I think it's very important that you can use it in your organization to see how is the scope that you are covering with your coaches, right? You need some technical coaches, you need some business coaches, you need some transformational coaches. You need to fulfill the facilitation needs of your organization, to fulfill the teaching needs of your organization. That's why I have a multidisciplinary and multi-skill team in my organization. Yeah, I have good facilitators, I have people that push, I have people that have good technical abilities, people that have transformational abilities, coaching abilities. So I think that they have to complete this scope in order to give the best service to my organization as a head coach in my organization, which is ING Direct. Maybe most of you already know that. And I think we are short of time. So wrapping up, I think that it's time to give our profession the name of profession, the title. It's already a profession. And we need tools to to give our profession the understanding that is needed to be understood by others. So if we don't understand our profession, it's impossible that we make others to understand our profession. So how can I sell an organization my service as an agile coach if I don't understand how is my service like? Yes, I know a lot about agile. Is that all you're giving to me? It's not the same stuff that the CMMI guys were offering me 10 years ago or 5 years ago? So if we want to be different and we want to be serious about this, we have to understand agile coaching as a profession. And maybe this can help us doing this. So, nothing else. Any questions? And you can ask me in Spanish if you feel more comfortable. So, it's just me stepping up to the plate and being uncomfortable doing this in English, okay? So just feel free. Joder, me voy a preguntar en español, cojones, no pasa nada. Está jodido.
Can you explain another
Sí,
time?
pero en español si quieres, tío, no pasa nada, como quieras, como quieras.
No, it's on
Whatever you want.
English session.
Okay, whatever, sorry.
Okay. What is professional coaching? The axis of professional coaching, what does it mean?
You mean about the expertise called professional... What is professional coaching?
Yeah.
So, this is a profession itself. So there are people that are skilled in those techniques that can help you to create your own path, to develop yourself. Right? This is the coach. This is we heard a lot about these business coaches, that they sit with you and they heard your problems and they don't give you solutions, but they just ask you questions that can help you exploring new solutions, a new way to develop yourself and to increase your competences. Yeah, right?
Hello. So my question is, once I understand the figure of the professional coach, once I understand the figure of that professional coach, once you establish that culture in a company, is the professional coach still needed? And if so, in what way? Like once the professional coach managed to get that culture in the company, what's his role after that?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I think you always need coaches in your organization, right? It's just, when you go to the gym, it's not the same thing that working out yourself, right? That other than that, you have a coach with you, so he can help you pushing harder, right? So if you want your organization to be always stimulated by someone with a different view from the outside, which is always kicking your ass and moving yourself and saying, okay, you have to push harder, that could be a very powerful tool to maintain your continuous improvement engine, right? Because in my opinion, it's very easy to stop that engine of continuous improvement, right? It's very easy that you say, okay, I'm already there, I already know everything about Agile, I don't need to improve anymore. And this is a huge mistake. So the Agile coach is there to prevent that to happen, right?
Okay.
Don? Dime.
¿Y no puede ser extremadamente cansado tener a alguien que continuamente te esté empujando para mejorar? Y la pregunta es, ¿no sería casi más razonable, aunque existan los coaches internos, que vengan otros invitados, ¿no?, para dar otra perspectiva distinta? Porque es fácil verse contaminado por la realidad, ¿no?
Bueno, hay dos cosas, bajo mi punto de vista. Una, sí, efectivamente, es cansado que alguien siempre te esté tocando los huevos. Y que se lo preguntes a los atletas profesionales. O sea, si tú quieres ir a correr porque quieres hacer footing y estar un poquito del gaete, pues no necesitas a nadie que te moleste. Pero si quieres ser un atleta de alto rendimiento, tienes ahí un tío que te está, porque tú quieres ser el puto mejor. Entonces, si quieres ser el puto mejor, necesitas un tío que te entrene, que esté y que venga. El tema desde fuera, por supuesto. Una de las cosas más complicadas que yo veo como Agile Coach es seguir manteniendo una visión desde fuera, ¿vale? Para eso existen comunidades de prácticas dentro de los Agile Coaches, o te piras de tu empresa. No estoy diciendo que me pire, José. Cambias de unidad o cambias de tal, o sí que te traes a alguien de fuera, lo cambias. Efectivamente es importante mantener la visión fresca de fuera. Bien, espero que haya muchas más charlas en inglés para que el año que viene podamos tener un track en inglés y que venga gente de fuera. Coño. Vale, muchísimas gracias.